me pulling the curtain back a tiny bit. I have to see if this is working. There we go. We're live. Okay. Now we're going to go to the web here. And check on WIPSTER. All right. So WIPSTER reached out to me a couple months ago and asked if I would mind showing you guys some of their stuff. They have some new panels that actually integrate directly into Premiere Pro and After Effects. And if you have ever had trouble getting your clients to be able to see your video and comment on your video and send you revision suggestions and that kind of stuff, WIPSTER is a solution for that. Not only are they a solution for that, but they also kind of integrate into After Effects. So if you're doing motion graphics or you're doing stuff in Premiere Pro and you have a WIPSTER account, then you can output directly from these apps to WIPSTER to a review panel where your client can make recommendations, put it in a to-do list, and there's a little bit of magic because you can get your to-do lists in Premiere and After Effects as I think there's a Premiere panel that you can see, but you can also get markers in After Effects that go right on your timelines. And these guys are pretty great. So let's take a look at this, and then we'll take a look at just some demo of the WIPSTER panel.
Good evening, Dallas. Andre here from WIPSTER HQ in Wellington, New Zealand. Thanks so much for having us along tonight. We're excited to share with you our story and the things that we've been up to. Take it away, Rolo.
Creative review is one of those things that's never been formalized. No group of people has come along, picked it up and said, we're going to make this work incredibly well. Until now. Our vision is to solve review and approval for all creators. Any team with clients needs a robust review workflow, and we are dedicated to bringing it to them. Our vision is a world of simplicity, joy, and ease. What was once a moment of friction in the creative process is now one to look forward to, the highlight of your day.
We're always trying to find the best technologies to enable the post-production aspect of delivering content for our clients. And so WIPSTER's been one of those really fun platforms that enables everybody to be on the same page, to be able to follow through a project from beginning to end and then deliver something stunning.
Through integrating with the creative tools you already use, WIPSTER has closed the loop between creatives and stakeholders for tens of thousands of teams across the world. But today, I would like to talk to you specifically about our most recent integration with Adobe After Effects. We all use After Effects. I've been using it since 1999. A few things have changed, more features, bit of automation, 3D's got slightly easier, but one thing remains missing: other people.
that's in Premiere Pro. That's pretty entertaining stuff to have those. I think it does H264.
Creative review, when done right, can add so much to a project as to elevate it from a task to a mission. Come with us to a place where creativity wins every time.
And there you have it. Thanks so much for having us here at the Big D. A big thanks to Trent for putting on such a great event. Enjoy the rest of the night. But first, get your phones out and take a snap of this. It has all the information you need to come check us out later. Plus, we'll be giving away some bonus prizes for the best tweets. Bye for now.
Is there a way we can win his shirt? Like his actual
His actual shirt.
That's what
I don't know.
Trent is wearing.
Only maybe if he washes it. Yes, Jeremy.
I have a question.
Okay, what's your question?
Do you know of any way you can get people to see your videos on YouTube?
Say that one more time.
Do you know of any way you can get more people to see your videos on YouTube?
My videos or your videos?
Mine, because I'm faced with a dilemma.
Are you trying to get more views?
Yes, I'm trying to get my video, Nova, remember that one?
Uh-huh.
To get more views. I posted it 2 years ago. In
Yeah.
2 years. You know how many views it's gotten? Only 2 measly hundred.
Well, there are probably folks in here that can help you with that, but the big deal, I think, is social media and building followers through loads and loads of uploads and creating content that more and more engaging content. So,
I am planning on uploading more things.
but it's hard to stick a video up and just wait 2 years and see if people watch it. So you've got to build a viewer base. Anybody else have any thoughts on that?
YouTube is so oversaturated these days. It's just hard to get yourself to see unless you're making consistent content that's like good quality and consistent base like every week.
Yeah.
Then you get discovered over time and you build followers over time. That's how it works. It's just really oversaturates social media in general. So
Yeah.
those are my thoughts.
Yeah.
I need
Okay.
to learn how to do that, to build social media, like all that you're saying. So I don't know.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about WIPSTER now. I'm going to sign in here with my credentials. Let's see if I put the right credentials in.
Imagine Tasha. Try.
Oh. Okay, here we go. I'm going to close these panels so we can see what's going on.
I don't think they already have it fixed though, so that's true. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right. So I have a test here. I'm going to create a new folder, call this After Effects Group. Now we have a new folder, and I'm going to, I think what we'll do is create something and then go look at the web interface for WIPSTER. So I'll do a new comp, just leave it 1280 by 720. We'll call this text and shapes. Okay, so we'll do a tiny bit of actual After Effects to get this moving. So I'm going to create a solid here, and I'm going to leave it black. I'll show you what I do. I don't like to have a ton of solids and nulls and all that kind of stuff. I like to reuse my assets to keep everything a little cleaner. So when I have a solid, I typically will reuse the solids depending on the size, but then go and if I want to change the color, I'll put a fill on it or something like that. So we'll just go like there, and then I'm going to hold Option and click here, and make a little darker edge like that. A thick stroke, and then double click. It just drops in the shape at the boundaries of my comp. And blur it with A. If you'll notice, guys, I think there's an obsolete drop down here. These are a lot of things that you had been using that are going away in newer versions of After Effects. They still exist, but they are. Yeah, yeah. Please stop. But you do need to know about this. Yeah, if you are working in an environment where at some point you need to send an After Effects project to someone that is not using the latest version of After Effects, you need to know that if you put this Gaussian blur on there, that it's not the same Gaussian blur that they are using, okay? So if you're down saving, what we do frequently is down save to CC and CS6 for our customers, and they would not be able to use that. So we are currently only on 2014, Creative Cloud 2014, because those effects have not been deprecated yet out of that. Now, if that happens, the reason that this Gaussian blur is the new fast blur is because they added the repeat edge pixels function to this. Okay, now I rely heavily on repeat edge pixels because otherwise you have to do a lot of transforming and scaling and that kind of stuff. With a shape layer, though, you don't need it. But I did want to mention that to you guys, just in case you send a project to someone and they go, "Hey, wait, I don't have your thing." You'll know what you're talking about. Okay. So we have a shape layer. We have a little vignette there, and we're going to add some text. This is going to be WIPSTER is cool.
Hey, how about don't drop that?
Don't drop that. That's our text?
Yeah. But, that's a bond. Don't drop that!
That'd be great if that was a word. Drop that. All right. So there's our text. Don't drop that. And we're just going to animate the characters on using our text animators here. So under text, I'll go animate. And I like to start with position first, just because if I start with opacity first and I can't see my text, then I don't know what's going on. And we're going to drop in here, and I'll give you my formula for how I set up text animators to begin with every time. I'll put a keyframe for my offset, take it all the way back to -100. Go ahead and change my my based on drop down. We have characters, excluding spaces, words and lines. We'll do words this time. And change our shape to ramp up. That's the important bit. So when you're moving into your text position, you ramp up. When you're moving out of your text position, you ramp down. We're going to do a little ease on here so it comes in nice and smooth. And then we adjust our position. Now, we've talked about this before, but it bears mentioning again that when you have a Photoshop file, say you've gotten a Photoshop file from a designer, you can bring your text in and say layer. What would it be? There it is. Convert. No. I think maybe the drop down changes because it would be create text from Photoshop layer or something like that is here, right? And if you do that and you get the After Effects text that you can animate, then it's possible that your scale could be off because people will get into Photoshop and they put the text in and they do that. They'll put in 10% text and then scale it way up. So it fits what they want to do, but it ends up being scaled to 6,000% in here. And After Effects works on a pixel by pixel basis with that kind of stuff. So if your text is small and scaled up like that, and then you use your text animator here, when you change your position, is it twirl down for me? Come on. Oh, it's probably underneath the range slider. There we go. So I changed my position just a couple of pixels like that, and it's moving by 1,000 times that, okay, roughly, or 100 times that. So you want to be able to work in your correct pixel space. So get your text in, scale it to 100%, and then adjust over here to the correct pixel size so that when you drop into your text animator, that your pixel adjustment is nice and simple, okay? See how we're moving at the correct pixel ratio? Okay, get that out of the way.
I have a
Yeah.
question.
Yes, sir.
So ease low is ease. So what's ease high? Because I'm confused about that.
Yeah. So to my understanding, ease low is where the effect starts, and ease high is where the effect ends. So in order to ease from one position and then ease into the next position, you would start with 100% ease. So it would ease out. That's just, it's kind of like your ease out, ease in. I'm not exactly sure why it's named that, but that's basically what you're working with there. Okay. So then with our offset, just so everybody gets what's going on, the text animators, we started with our text in the natural position where we created it, right? That is the, when we do our offset and ramp up, that 100% right there is the landing position. That's our home base position. And when we do this here with our position and offset that, we're offsetting to minus 100, and that takes us to the new altered position, okay? So then let's go down here like so. And we'll just go maybe 3 seconds and set our offset to 100. And you can see that if I play through this, that it starts off with no ease, just pops up and then eases in, okay? Looks kind of goofy, but that's okay because I'm going to put in opacity and put my opacity at 0. Now when I play through, it's nice and smooth, all right? If we want that to go away eventually, we'll just add another text animator. We can duplicate what we have because it has basically what we need. And instead of this positive 96, I'll change to negative 96 because we're going to go up with it.
Trent, can I add something?
Yeah.
What's really cool also with doing text animators is you can add a mask to it. One thing that's frustrating is if you have like text and you want to move the text that it comes through a mask, and you animate, you animate the position, the mask moves with the text. Text animators, you can just draw a mask on it, and the mask doesn't move, but your text will move in and out of the mask. So it's really great for revealing things. It's beauty with masks.
Beauty.
Yeah.
So we have moved our text up with this negative 96 on position. We're going to change this from ramp up to ramp down. That's our exit strategy. And I'm going to hit U here to twirl down my keyframes. Click my selector to get both of my keyframes. If you click this property here, it highlights all the keyframes for you, even ones you can't see. I'll just scoot this over like that. And now when we play through, we don't drop that, and it goes up. Cool? Okay. So we have a text animator to bring the text in. We have a text animator to take the text out. And now we will use my letter N key to set my out point, and my Webster folder here is empty, so I'm going to see if I can find the button below to click.
So
There we go. Hey.
Do you render to that destination, or you put just a composition in there and does it render for you?
Yeah, so we have to tell it where to render to. So I will put my composition in the render queue here. And I need to go to my desktop, user group. We'll call this October meeting, but it's 2016. And renders like that. And you can set up your own render presets in here, but Webster also comes with some render presets for low, medium, and high quality, depending on maybe what your bandwidth is or how long your composition is. So what we will do here, see, it has the name. It already put the name in there. It's going to the After Effects group. It's set to high. May as well just leave it there. And let's do share after upload so you can see what that looks like. And I'll just put me on there. And this is our cool video. Don't drop that. So then we go here like this, start upload. You can see it renders. Hey ya! And there's the upload. Processing done. Sharing.
Only Webster could process payment too.
What did you say?
If they could process payment.
If it could process payment?
Make a client.
Send a client. There's a client, a PayPal button that the client can click. Automatically deducts.
That'd be so great.
Yeah, that would be great.
I think just hit a button and it just takes money out.
All right, so now we're on Webster, and yeah, I uploaded a little logo. You can put your own logo up there, just playing around.
No broadcast.
But as you can see, here are my folders. It already created my folder for me. It put the don't drop that video there, and it shows me who it's shared with or uploaded by me. And I have a way to share. Let's go look at mail. Pulling back the curtain a little bit further so you can see.
Do you need to switch to broadcast window?
I don't think so. I think it's still.
Is there a way to make like your screen even smaller?
Okay. I wasn't looking for snark tonight.
Just, you know, sometimes you see so much.
All right. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Hey, there's my cool logo too. So we have this email that came in. This is our cool video. Don't drop that, and you can click this to start giving feedback. All right, we have a little thumbnail there, and that takes us over here. We can click here, and here we have our video, and it has created a 540. We have a 720. We can play through here like this. Quality's not too bad. And then we have the ability to hide and show comments. So there's no comments, and this is comments. The one thing that I recommend paying attention to is where you put your comments, because when I click this little dot here, it's going to put a dot in the video, in the preview and the thumbnails for the hold on one second, Jeremy. The thumbnails for the list view for your comments. But then, you know, we can come here and we can say, please don't ever use purple, exclamation point. And then somebody else can come in later and say, hey, I love the purple. And then we can go here and say, like,
you've doomed us all.
I'll put that in a sec. Please, no, I'm being too nice. Have the text come in by characters like that. And save that comment. And one more here, just to show you what happens with those dots. You've doomed us all with your easing. All right.
Take it easy.
So
I think you doomed us by dropping it.
I did.
Now we've been blown to the moon.
You can also come over here and share. Again, you can create a URL for people to see. Like here, copy that URL and send it.
So it would be this is the client side, correct?
This is the client side.
Okay.
So it's not only just client side. It's, you know, you can make notes for yourself. If you have a big internal team, then, you know, people are posting comments to this. We have you know, a number of people in our office that can make comments and suggestions on video. So that can help. And, you know, if you don't want to see the comments here, another point is that you can click on the little dots, the comment dots, and jump to the location for that. And you can also hide the comments like that. And then we can see here the comments. This is pretty cool. Okay, so I can reply here. John doesn't like the purple. Like that. And
The other term.
Yeah.
we got characters. You got it. And I like this. I'll mark that completed. And then we can show complete, incomplete, about that. And we can print it. I like this feature a lot. Okay, so it creates a very nicely printable document with the notes, and you can see that it struck out this part that's already been completed. And this is the little thing I was talking about with the dots in the middle of the screen. They can help with, something's in the shot. You want to make sure that the VFX artist goes back and removes whatever the person walking by in the background, or hey, this guy's picking his nose back here and it's distracting. You can drop a dot on there and make the comment, and they'll be able to see where that is. And then you just print it out. You can actually save it as a PDF from your printing and
Send it to your lawyer.
Send it to your lawyer. So now what we're going to do is go back to our gigantic After Effects window, and we're going to sync this. Okay. So if you look over here, we have nulls that are created by and you can see the comments were synced. Okay, so the comments are here. I love that. I didn't realize that was happening. I don't want to see the comments. Can I close the comments up? Maybe not. But then what I can do is come over here and look at my timeline. And you see my timeline has comments with markers on a null. And you can see who has created the comments. I believe it's based on, this number here is based on versions. We'll check that in a minute. We can look through and see, have it come in by characters. Okay, let's go ahead and do that instead. So I'll hit UU, twirl that down, and just do characters. Let's do excluding spaces so we get it in quicker. And somebody doesn't like the purple, so we'll change from purple to red. That. And
This is great open source software, Trent.
it is not open source, my friend.
Is it subscription or you pay by the
It is subscription. All right, so I've doomed us all with the easing. And this one's completed. You can see that because I'm not using purple. And we're going to put a new version up. Okay. Okay, we'll overwrite. Oh, maybe we won't overwrite.
That's awesome.
Let's
You
go.
changed it to a lamb?
Well, if you hadn't have dropped it,
Yep.
It worked.
Oh, that's what lamb's a cow.
Hey, it's not there. So let's try
Is
this
there a
again.
storage limit online or client limit or how? What's the limitation?
Some of that is not going to be answerable by me. I think if you are,
Maybe it's a message subscription or something, I guess.
yeah, let's see. Let's go see what happened out here.
I think Webster is based on minutes.
Will you kindly explain that?
All right. So we have V1 and V2. I think it just uploaded the same thing. Yeah. So we'll go back to After Effects, and we'll call this a new version. So where does that exist? I think it should have.
what's it doing? Is it deleting them?
It is. I think it's not deleting currently. I need to figure out where it's rendering to. So it's called text and shapes, right? there. Oh, saved it in a WIPSTER document. So we'll go there. Oh, I'll open it for myself. Okay. So I'm not sure. Let's just call that there. And let's say render, see if WIPSTER continues what's going on. Nope. Render failed. We'll delete that and do it again. And maybe, I wonder if it was important for me to change the name there. Let's see if, hey, we get to take photos tonight, guys. Okay, so we're back at WIPSTER, and let's see, After Effects. Okay, so we're having a little trouble here. We'll figure this out. Let's go here. It was named the same and didn't do what I wanted. So we'll sync and just in from the client. We do want people to drop that. So we'll do a new version. Let's hit cancel. And maybe we need to change the name.
Oh, because before you said upload your composition.
Treat it as a separate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
click on here,
So I need to go there,
now do
new version, like that. Fingers crossed. Nope. So this has worked for me before. I'm sorry that it's not working now. Cancel the upload. And we'll try one more time. So we have text and shapes.
What if you change the name of your comp? So it would change the name of the file name it's uploading, but upload it as a new version of the same video. So do like a V2.
Okay. Text and shapes. That may be it.
That's
V2.
a Mac file lock type issue. That's
Yeah. It should be letting me, I believe, but we will do that. And that is working correctly. Yeah. All right, so we're processing.
Jeopardy music will process
And we'll actually go back here and I want to, that's just the V1. I want to get rid of this video. Let's see, delete. Yes, delete it.
Did you say your team's using this right now?
My team is not using this right now. I've started using it with some of my freelance clients.
Yeah. So Frame.io wants you to have a login created. You have to log in to do comments. Does Frame.io, does WIPSTER, can you send an email and they just type in their name, or do they
Yes,
just create
I don't believe that WIPSTER requires a login to the WIPSTER.com site, or WIPSTER.io, sorry, in order to make comments. Yeah, I think you can. I think it just references you as your email address, or maybe if you just do a simple, like, here's my first and last name, that it works fine. So, as you can see, I was doing it wrong, and now it is correct. There was V1, V2, V3 here, and
change the name here. File name.
yeah. So it's actually, I'm going to say it's beneficial to version yourself as you're making different versions of the video, right? And then upload to that same project. So we have the new version here, and now that everything is working correctly, we would have the new video, and I'm not sure. Let's see, go back to After Effects, do the sync.
They created that null layer so it could attach the comments to it.
Correct.
Could you tag me as a client? Like send me an email so I can see the interface?
Yeah. So I will do share and email. So tell me your email.
Seth at lucky-post.com.
Post.com. And let's see, hey Seth. I always type out everything I'm going to type in lowercase and then go back and do all of my uppercase later. Yeah, people do, you know, you write a word in cursive and then you go back and you do your T's and your I's. When I'm typing, I just type everything lowercase, then I go back through the document and do uppercase.
You don't want to commit.
Okay, so there goes the email. And so let's go back out here and we'll make a couple comments. Test. And we don't want them to drop anything like that. And we go back here and
Especially that.
let's see if this is the one that I did. No, let's go actually here. And we'll resync. And we got our comments. And Seth commented on the video. So we can go look at that. Change that to this. There we go. Reply. Mine. Well, never mind. You got it. Okay. So then we can go here and resync again. We'll change that to this.
Drop the smash.
And we'll do this
Like whichever you want.
V3. We'll do a new version. And it's going to text and shapes. Hi. Share with Seth at luckypost.com.
So if you don't send an email invite, I'll probably still be able to see the latest version now, because you're uploading.
Correct.
Okay.
It's just going to alert you, I think, with the email. So we versioned, therefore it's not trying to overwrite. Here we go, uploading. Nothing more exciting than watching the uploading process for a group of people that would really like to be using this time to freelance and make money.
There comes.
It goes slower in real life than it did in the promo video.
Smoke and Mirrors.
Oh.
Smoke and Mirrors. That's going to be my production company. Smoke and Mirrors Productions.
Wouldn't you be a little nervous with some clients with something that's simultaneous or streamlined?
Explain why you want me to be nervous.
Not you specifically, but like, let's say you just have a person that's too indecisive and keep changing and bring it back. Or, I guess you can keep charging for after you say 3,
Yeah.
and then you keep charging from there.
Yeah, I like that. I like that idea. So you just make sure they know that you have
5
the
chances to
the
change and
change
then
process
after
has limits. Yeah.
Okay.
They should make that a feature where they have to pay every time they type a comment.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Just
Like, not to be
PayPal
worrisome,
in
but
there.
you know, some person they're like,
No, yeah,
"Sunday,
you don't
I
want.
paid for it. I'm gonna send you a message at 4 o'clock in the morning. Please change this back to purple."
Yeah, you don't want to change happy client, and you have to set that up on the front end
Okay.
that you get a certain number of rounds of changes, and after that, we're gonna have to start talking about how much it's gonna cost going forward.
Okay.
Yes, Jeremy.
Can I make an offer, please?
Does it have to do with this right here?
I guess it can wait.
Okay, thank you. So here we have V4.
Is there a free version where you just watch an ad before you watch the video?
I am not positive if there is a.
For the blue bill.
Let's look at the pricing
Yeah.
here.
Boy, what?
3 team members.
One.
Oh.
Those are team members, not clients, right?
No, that's,
Yes.
that's
So
for a freelancer.
yeah, so you're a freelancer and you are
Nobody.
sending your wow.
Ouch.
You want an easy way for your client because I'll tell you what is exciting about that run sheet for me is when I get emails back from the client, there are a lot of times, hey, something happens about shot 4, shot 5, I'm not sure, please make the change, or something happens at 4 seconds, but they're looking at it on maybe QuickTime, or they're counting on their clock. The video starts and they go, okay, 1, 2, 3. What? No, hold on. 4, 5. Okay, it happens at 5 seconds. And I'm like, man, I don't even know what you're talking about. What happens at 5 seconds doesn't happen at 5 seconds. So,
Every day of my life.
yeah.
Like, I want to be there. I
Did
want to
you
see
say
what's happening.
Run
Yeah.
sheet? What is a run sheet?
Well, just the suggestions,
I have a question.
the check sheet over there for the bullets. So, we go look here
Oh, so that's a run sheet?
at this. I don't know. I just gave it a name. This thing here gives me the ability to see that at 1 second there's the color purple, or 1 frame there's the color purple, and at this point right here at 3:01 it says don't drop that, and I know exactly where to go to because the dot is right here, and that's not 3:01, but there's 3:01, and I can come over here and it says here, please don't make it purple. I can click on that and see what the guy was talking about. So go back here and see that. This is my checklist that I've gotten either made for myself or gotten from the client that I can go back and look at, and it's frame specific. So that is crazy helpful for me.
So we use Frame.io, and could you share files? Like sometimes we've seen each other audio files or something, or After Effects. Can you do that here?
That I'm not positive about.
Upload something next to video.
Hmm?
Like something other than video file.
Yeah, but we also get a certain amount of storage space too.
Okay, that I'm not sure about. I don't think so,
Yeah.
but there's not to say that won't be coming in the future.
That'd be cool. Like say they want to give you some Illustrator file They
Yeah.
can just upload it to this.
Yeah,
It'll
or
all be in
you know,
one video.
we recut the audio, use this audio instead. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I could have sworn, Pete, did we upload audio? Frame?
On Frame.io, yeah. You
Yeah.
can. He was at Marcus was asking about WIPSTER.
Okay.
I believe you can upload deliverables, like final deliverables, so if you wanted to, do ProRes or something for a remote client. Pretty sure it can. I was looking at it earlier.
Yeah.
WIPSTER and Frame.io are very similar, but just looking at the pricing, WIPSTER has changed it to unlimited uploads. So you just pay for the number of people you want to have the ability to upload and create projects on your team.
Yeah.
And that $15 is a fantastic starting point for that.
That's cool. What do you? This may be off subject. I mean, it's sort of the same subject, but how do you deal with sending huge files to clients and things else? Like, do you still use Dropbox or share a folder there? Is there something else that?
Yeah,
Define huge.
Yeah, it depends on how big you're talking.
We're talking 40 gigs or 5 gigs.
5 gigs.
Yeah.
There
like
is.
a high res, like a 5-minute ProRes video or something like that.
So what was the pirating site from a few years ago?
BitTorrent?
It was at BitTorrent. Yeah. So BitTorrent has a thing called BitTorrent Sync.
It's not free anymore. Though.
It's not. There's also like a you send it kind of thing you can do.
Amazon S3.
Yeah.
Amazon S3. Yeah, it's not free though, right?
It's
No,
per-
but it's
Really
it's like
inexpensive.
1 cent per gigabyte. It's like 0.01
Yeah.
cents per
If you're just doing
gigabyte.
client
Okay.
stuff, it's cheap.
Is
But-
it is there like a starting point, or it really is just like
No, it's just
per
yeah,
gigabyte?
per month.
So you also, with Creative Cloud, you get a certain amount of storage space
Oh, really?
that you can upload to. Yeah. And I think it may be 5 gigs, maybe 10 gigs. I'm not positive.
Technically, video too.
Yeah.
But Vimeo won't keep your original files for very long. At least it isn't on our files. It may change if you've got shorter files, but we do like 30-minute worship service clips, and the originals go way, way fast.
Wait, we can see.
Dropbox is still one of the better ones until it gets to be really big.
Well, yeah, Dropbox is good, except people are always trying to send me folders. People are trying to load a folder up with a bunch of stuff and then send me a folder to my Dropbox. And I don't have any space left on my Dropbox, so I can't ever see what they're trying to send me. I have to get a download link from them. And it's always a hassle to go back to them. Hey, I'm very sorry, but my Dropbox is full. Can you send me a download link instead? It's,
But
of
if
course,
it's so big,
it's
then
reasonable.
Dropbox will say, "Oh, just install it, sync it to your account."
Yes, I don't want to
I
sync.
work with people that can barely turn a computer on.
Yeah.
They'll log into something or like. Literally tried to walk one of my clients through installing an app on his iPhone and he couldn't do it.
Oh,
It
man.
must be like
So,
a prerequisite.
I can't send him a public link.
So it's app with 2 P's. Oh,
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's very exciting. If you have a client that is reasonably savvy and trustworthy, then I have a Mega account, and you get like 20 gigs for free on Mega. I don't even know. All I know is that I can store a bunch of files there, and I can have somebody log into it and download the file from there. So that is an easier way to get storage if you run out of storage on Dropbox and Creative Cloud and all the other free things that you have. But I believe there are some that are free, like you send it, things like that, where it just creates a pipe from your computer to their computer, but I'm not positive. I can't believe you have to pay for BitTorrent Sync now.
I don't remember. I tried messing with it the other day, and they tried selling me on so much stuff with it.
Yeah.
Maybe there is like a free option that's limited or something like that.
Okay.
They're trying to get him to buy a T-shirt.
I don't understand what their cost is.
Old sneakers.
Yeah,
They're not
I
free
don't know.
peers.
I didn't get it either. I don't know. Maybe there is a free version. But
Yeah.
I was messing with it yesterday, like last week.
Any other questions about Frame.io? Yes.
I got a quick question. Actually, when you were loading up After Effects, there's a color wheel in the bottom right corner.
Cooler. After Effects color.
AULER?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a panel, an extension panel. Here, Adobe Color Themes.
Stop.
Yes, so you can load that in here. And instead of scrolling everything over to the side and then using your color picker over there, you can create and save color themes. You can type in hex codes and all that and do some exploration, get inspiration, and then you can use your color picker inside your After Effects interface. Cool. All right. So we have a couple of giveaways from Webster. And while Marcus is getting his stuff set up over here, can you go off of this computer?
Yeah, I should. Yeah, is the latest version of After Effects?
Yes. So we'll do the new comp here, and I'll say
Do you have CS3 on there?
up next, Marcus Gorey.
Right.
All right.
And I'll be giving away 3D shirts today. Kidding.
And if you guys would start passing this around and pull off both tickets for yourself. Pull off both tickets for yourself. Say again?
How long have you had that ticket wheel?
That's a different one.
No, it's the same one, man. It's been that's like 6 years old. I
Good
think.
investment.
Yeah.
That's not the same one. The other one was red.
So what we're gonna give away tonight is some Webster stuff, and I'm going to load up Webster again. And I encourage you guys to go check out Webster on your own. Talk to the powers that be at your place of business. Weigh the pros and cons and see if Webster's for you, because it does have some good features. It has the interactivity with clients, pretty good. I really like the checklist I can get off of there. And so what we're going to do tonight is give away a couple of these totally cool t-shirts. I have extra larges. And we're also going to do a year subscription to Webster.
What? Get out of here.
I always win those year-long things. Y'all just give up that.
That's a brag.
How many people have?
All right. So on there is the one that says "Keep this coupon."
I'm supposed to keep that one?
Keep that one.
Follow the
And put the other one in the cup.
Trent keeps the one that says
I like doing this analog.
Beyond.
You gotta be careful with your hands.
Tearing down the t-shirt.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. I wish there was a censor button or something. No way! Oh, just looking up inspiration.
Pictures gets me in trouble too.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know where to post things. I don't know
Yep.
the right places, so I just kind of spread it around. On Facebook, a little bit of amateur.
Oh, I'm on the wrong website.
This is like where you go when you feel good about yourself.
What's where you do what?
Yeah, not very good.
John, did you put your deal in? He did. Okay. All right. So now I have a bunch of tickets here, and my my favorite is when the newcomers get picked. All right. So everybody look at your ticket. Do we need to wait for John to come back?
Yeah.
Man, you guys. All right. So here it is. First ticket is 580. 580.
First three tickets or last?
First ticket was
Last three digits. 580.
Must
Peter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What? Oh wait,
Must
mine wasn't in there.
Awesome.
T-shirt.
Oh, mine wasn't in there. Which one is it? This one?
Keep the one that says keep this coupon.
Oh, you picked it. Oh.
That's not how it works. So guys, the chances are the exact same as they were before because Marcus didn't put himself in the cup before. All right. Here we go. Last four digits. Last four digits. Just because you say you have it before I announce it doesn't mean it's you. 584. 584. Dan! Very good. All right. That just means that neither of you guys get the year subscription. So,
Put my back in there.
here we go. Webster is very glad that you have decided to come to the meeting, and therefore, they would like number 586.
Oh!
586. Is that you, Jeremy?
Nice.
586.
All right.
Alright.
Will that help you, Webster.io? Will that help you?
I don't have Webster.
Will it help you to have client uploading capabilities?
I don't know. I don't understand it. I've never encountered Webster before.
Okay. Well, I will get your information to Webster.
Okay.
Very good.
And I'd also like to humbly apologize to everyone in here tonight if I've been talking too much,
You have not.
disruptive or obnoxious. I'm truly sorry.
You have not been
I never
disruptive.
mean it.
You
No,
don't worry about it.
I'm
Just
so sorry.
have a seat and get comfortable, and we'll keep going.
James.
All right.
James.
Now we have Marcus. Yay, Marcus. He almost clapped for himself, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Marcus, if you would, take it away.
Hey guys, I'm Marcus. Longtime fan of After Effects and of this group. So it's really simple what I'm talking about today, just GIFs, and I have a GIF for you guys. It's in After Effects though. So I just wanted to start with some inspiration. Just we're really trying to get better with After Effects, and which I think at this point in my life, I'm just trying to find my style. I feel like you guys may agree. You have client work, right, which is just very general things, whatever they ask for, and then you got your style, like what people would just hire you for, your name and your branding. And so these are some of my inspirations. You know, you've probably seen this is pretty popular sort of style these days, but these GIFs that just, you know, they just go on and on and on forever. So I really like this guy. So he's definitely an inspiration for me. Another thing that that I'm looking forward to doing with GIFs, or just building my portfolio, my online awareness, could lead to, you know, recognition, maybe even work, like a good way to gain clients. And another thing that I think it helps out with is in a way journaling, like a way to merge what you're going through with your animations. You're just combining two passions, animation and whatever you're dealing with in life, or coffee or whatever you like, you know. Another guy I like is Marcus, not because he had the same name as me, but the cool thing about Dribble, if you get accepted, is GIFs are pretty easy to just kind of scroll through and just kind of see what other people are doing. But anyway, this is some of my inspiration. So today I'm just going to go over my GIF workflow So I have After Effects thing open. I created this while I'm eating a taco.
Okay. You don't have to be so proud about it. No, I'm kidding. It's very good. Very nice.
So anyway, this is a looping ball bouncing, whatever. So I'm just going to export it. So just an uncompressed file, animation. So whatever your default settings usually are, or just ProRes 444 or animation, anything that's just uncompressed. Where do I want to put this? Just put this on your desktop, or I'll stay in my drive. So I'll just name this bouncing ball. Boop. Render that bad boy out. Send it to Webster. Okay. All right, and then my workflow deals with Photoshop. Is anybody on Dribble? You on Dribble?
Yeah, but I'm a lurker, man.
Yeah. So supposedly I found out you have to get an invitation from another person who has an account that actually has work on there.
If you want
Are you on Dribble?
Yeah, I want to post.
Are you on Dribble though?
Yeah, I'm on there to look, but now I want to start posting. But turns out you need to know somebody. You have to get invited.
Yeah, they don't just let anybody post on this.
What do you mean by on Google?
All right, so now that I have After Effects open,
By on Google, what does that mean?
Dribble.
Oh,
So now I'm in After Effects. I'm sorry, Photoshop. So the way I import this in is I go to File, Import Video Frames to Layers. So it's not really anything you have to do in Photoshop as far as like changing something up, but it's just the best way to keep everything intact when you're importing to export a GIF out. So I go to my bouncing ball, uncompressed file. Everything looks good. I really don't change these settings at all from beginning to end. So I looped it in After Effects. So the looping's done. Brings that bad boy in. And then File, Export. Yeah. Which Photoshop is this? 2014. There we go. So there's Legacy, but
Yeah, the newer one, it's called Legacy.
so still should be the same. So go to GIF. Usually I do the 2-up. Another because there's presets. I'm sorry, not presets. Plugins I think out now that
There's stuff done there, ain't it?
yeah, I don't think there's anything in there. Where's the 2-up here? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so cool things about this is you get to preview it. I usually start at 75. Pretty much the dither is pretty much the quality. Sometimes if you do 100%, it can get a little wonky, but 75 it still looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and play it.
And that's because there's color limitations.
Right. So the max color is 256. So whenever you're designing these GIFs, you want to kind of keep that in mind too. That's why the movie GIFs look kind of crazy. So, 12. So anyway.
It's a good taco.
It's a very good taco. So I'm gonna bump it up to 80 and see what that does.
it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of hard for me to sink my teeth into.
Anyway, I think that looks good. So we're just going to go ahead and save this GIF. I don't know what this is.
It's down the bottom.
Oh, the name.
Save it.
And boom, should be done. I'm not really happy with that quality. Oh, there we go. So let's upload it to Behance and see what it looks like. Since I'm not allowed to upload to Dribble.
So you're creating a thumbnail right now?
Huh? Yeah.
Are you creating a thumbnail or video?
No, this is what's being posted on Behance, but I don't see the save.
There's a crop and continue down there now. Down on the bottom right. Nope, in the window.
You mean
it says
this?
crop and continue now. Little gray button.
Oh.
Do you need a title in there?
Maybe that's what it is.
Hey, it's me.
What? Okay, now how do I get back down there?
We can scroll like this. That'll work. Nope.
Hit Command minus.
Oh.
Command minus. Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Continue. You can delete this later. Do Annie.
This is my first post on Behance, guys. Feeling pretty good.
Looks good, Trent.
Thanks, man. I worked hard on it.
Bounce and ball.
Amazing.
Yep.
I can even appreciate my own project.
One view.
You can actually pinpoint the moment you finish the taco.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yep.
And there. And the other taco.
Okay. It's right.
3
there.
tacos.
All the tacos.
It's all in good
Yeah.
taste.
So that was very funny, Jeremy. That was a good pun. So you showed how you created the GIF.
Thank you.
Does it show up on Behance as an animated thing, like when you roll over it?
No, it doesn't do it. That's why I like the way Dribble's set up. Dribble's like that. Behance isn't like that.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Not
No.
invited.
I'm not invited to be Dribble. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Anybody? Any questions or?
Why uncompressed going from After Effects to Photoshop? Is that what Photoshop likes?
I don't know. Honestly. Yeah.
That's just what you.
Yeah. That's just.
Sure.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah,
do it with
like H264.
you could do it with 422HQ. I haven't tried H264 yet.
But yeah, just the cleanest image from the get go. Because I mean, you're gonna compress that thing anyway.
Yeah, you don't want an extra artifacting too. And
Yeah.
more colors.
But I'm used to the legacy, so it's funny seeing the result out of. Because usually legacy, it looks really clear in the preview window. Where we saw it here is kind of the quality didn't match what it really exported out. So I thought that was. I don't know if that's the legacy part of it or.
Yeah. Maybe it's just a kind of a representation of what it thinks you might be getting before it saves it out.
But yeah, so I started doing these. I have a Instagram account, so I usually post. This one I was just kind of playing around with the aspect ratio and whatnot. But I usually do 640 by 640 when I'm designing for Instagram or Behance or anything like that, and it's usually nothing really that I need to do. It's just me, like I did one with coffee. Coffee day. Because I really like coffee, so just a looping guy.
Yes. Very happy to get the coffee.
Yeah.
That's free range.
Keep drinking coffee after using it.
Yeah.
So anyway, just a way to because eventually this stuff just kind of translates over into my own work. Yeah, you just never know when you're going to get a project or somebody likes your coffee, some coffee place. Like, hey, could you make us some coffee guy thing for our Instagram page? I don't know. You just never know.
I love that you're doing this because experimentation and playing around with new techniques and coming up with ideas for new expressions and that kind of stuff, that's a big deal. Let me show something real quick. So, a number of years ago, when I was playing around with some, hey, Ryan's letting me know he's available. He's probably at home with his family.
Ryan's still here?
When I was playing around with some ideas for randomly generating people, man, that is great, but I'm not interested in that. I was randomly generating some people and having a really fun time using expressions and playing around with this, but didn't really have an end goal in mind. I was just kind of like proof of concept. Let's see what we can do. And ended up, maybe 2 weeks later, we had the idea for this video and needed a bunch of random kids. And so Barton Damer designed all these little guys, and he gave me different hair, eyes, beanies, and torsos, pants, and shoes. And I was able to very quickly randomly generate a bunch of kids. We didn't have to go through and design, okay, maybe this kid's wearing green, maybe he has brown eyes. It was just, let's create a bunch of random kids, and you say, okay, I like this one, don't like this one. And that worked because I had already been playing around with the idea.
Did you use any third-party plugins?
Mm-mm.
Or were the characters nested?
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think I have time to really go into the full version of this. Let's see real quick.
It'd be nice just to see like one character with some of the script on it.
Yeah, okay. So let's do heads here. Do heads, and we'll make it 500 by 500, and we'll
And
do.
you have a different head on each frame, then you randomly select the frame?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll do final 1280 by 720. That. So we'll go to heads, and we will.
Thank you for not making it purple.
Mm-hmm. Like so. And maybe we have it's not what I meant to do. We'll do that in a minute. So we'll come in here. Do a hair, that. Those guys one frame. Go to the next frame. Like that. And do hair. That. Maybe the hair needs to be a little bigger. That. Put the heads in here. And get a body.
Do you like shape layers over masks and solids?
I use shape layers a lot because of the versatility of shape layers.
Yeah.
I can't say that I like them better than, but I do like them different than. Like, I don't like my son better than my daughter. I like them different.
Yeah.
I only have one son, but I also have a cat. And I like the cat. I think I like the cat better than him. But it got weird. Sorry, guys. So I'm on layer 1 here, and I want to make sure that.
I like shape layer just because of the menu you get.
Yeah. So then we zoom in here like this. We can duplicate these and scoot them down one more. So I can have 4 different combinations. So we'll have the little boy with this, and we can also have. So there's the girl hair right there. We'll put that. Like that. I think that is the other hair. Yeah. So I have a little boy, little girl, little girl, little boy. Okay? And we can do random hair. We do random eyes, random smiles, and things like that. But I do need to trim that comp to work area. And I'll do a freeze frame. And in here is where I do my expression. So I'm going to option click my stopwatch and say seed random index true. So seed random is how you set your random number. Okay. If you don't set your random number with seed random, then you get a random number every frame. You can set that with seed random as well, but seed random can also, maybe you put time in there and make it every second. So every second you get a random number, or every few frames you get a random number. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to freeze it by the index, because the index of this thing is not going to change throughout the comp. I can adjust, move my index around, but once I start rendering my comp, it's not going to change the index, right? It'll be one number, starts at the beginning of the comp and goes through the end. So my index, and then true, and each layer has a different index number, so I'll never have the same index per layer. And then I just do random, and I want to have to keep this simple, I think I will do 0 to 1. Then I'm going to go back into my comp here and make it, let's do 4 seconds long. So go to 3 seconds and set these guys up like that. Go to 2 seconds.
So there's no way to scale those.
These guys, there is. I can do it by frame duration. I can divide by frame duration, but I'm not confident right now on what that math would be, and I don't want to spend all you guys hard-earned time trying to figure that out with you in the room. So at each second interval, there's a new head configuration. Okay, so I come in here and I do 4 like that, and let's just put in a solid with the gradient ramp. Like that. And now I can connect that to that body right there.
So that function random is going to give us a value somewhere between 0 and 4,
correct? But you probably are already thinking this. What I need to do is make it absolute. Math dot, I think I need to do floor. I'm just going to cinch it down to 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, it may work just fine if I have no floor on there. If I just let it be a random number, random float.
Just translate that to time.
Yeah,
Have all the analog space
So,
between each second.
yeah, we can pull that out. Okay, so I've connected with my pick whip. We'll call this body 1 and head 1. And now, because they are linked up, I can duplicate and they go together. Okay, so now when I move body 4, here. The head goes with that. And so now I have some random kids. And every time I duplicate, I get another set of random kids. Okay?
Very cool.
And that,
They all have WIPSTER shirts on.
that's right. So, any thoughts, questions? The idea, I guess, behind this, hope that wasn't too much of a rabbit trail. But the idea is experiment, play around like Marcus is doing, challenge yourself, make yourself post stuff online. Maybe people will comment on it, maybe they won't. But if they do, you might get serious criticism. Hopefully it's not just, oh, that's great, awesome. Open yourself up for feedback and you will improve yourself. You might also come up with something that comes into play in one of your productions down the road. Something that had been interesting to me was trying to figure out with shape layers, and we did a talk about this a month or two ago, but I was using text animators to do, you know, the old tapered worm that you sling around the screen, right? That used to be like, hey man, that's cool. How do I do that? Well, I figured out how to do it with text animators, and then was able to translate that to being able to do these ribbon things that kind of look hand drawn with text animators instead of doing them by hand or with shape layers or trying to, you know, animate them with pencil and paper. So they are now easily reproducible and animatable with just offsetting my start and end margin. I can do that. And that was just an experiment I was messing around with, and I was able to translate it to something very useful later on that saved me a lot of time. And hopefully in just a moment here you'll get to see the little ribbons head out.
So are those like periods that you stacked up?
Yes.
Okay.
They're not periods, they are the option 8.
Large, like a ball.
Yeah.
Circle.
That.
Yeah, okay.
I don't want to always rehash all the same things over and over again for you guys.
Do you do all your work at 1280?
No, we create it 1920 by 1080. It's
Okay.
just easier for this screen size while we're sending out the live broadcast. So go here, minus 400, that, and then get a mask. Tell me if you've heard this one. So then
Two ribbons going.
I want the path to be the mask. That. And I offset here on my superscript. character. I want to set the center up to be in the center of the dot. And then it's just a matter of animating. First and last margin. So I'll hide that. That, because it's text animators, I can adjust my scale. The reason that I put the dot in the, or the anchor point in the center, is so I can adjust my scale with a space, with a ramp up like that. Change my start and end like that, and duplicate that animator, change it to ramp down. That. Now a little tapered guy going across the screen. And yeah, no more 3D stroke necessary. I was able to get the kind of wobbly look in between by adjusting with some smooth, and like maybe just loading up a couple smooths on here for my text animators.
You can keep stacking those animators to do various things.
Sorry, based on smooth. If you change your easing, you get interesting look. So there's that one. And here's another one. Just change where it lives, like that. So you get the idea. Quick little thing. And so if you guys would, if you have a Twitter account, if you would tweet out to Webster, thank you for supporting our meeting at Websters. And you got a shirt, I love it. At Websters, just whatever you want to say to them. Thank you for supporting our group. And then if you got a shirt, I'd love to see a picture of you in your shirt on the Twitters. And hopefully we will move forward with more and more giveaways in the coming year. That reminds me, we don't have meetings for November and December, because that's when Thanksgiving and Christmas happen. You know, there's always a possibility that we could rearrange for the coming year when our meetings happen. Just if you guys want to get on the Facebook page, talk about when we think that it would be, when we think it'd be a good time to meet. Otherwise, we'll just keep it the way it is. And I don't mind having November and December off. It's nice to have a little break. But you do need to know that, and we'll start back in January. As always, every year we give away 2 memberships to Creative Cloud. So the more often you come, the more often you have the opportunity to get a free membership to Creative Cloud. And please interact with each other. Please hand out Twitter handles and all that kind of stuff so you can network and keep each other pushing forward in After Effects. If you know anyone that would love to come learn about After Effects, please let them know. And I'm hoping that we can, this is at least the biggest group we've had this year. I'm hoping we can grow more in the coming year and get some more awesome training. If you want to teach, if you have something to teach, thank you to Marcus for teaching tonight. If you have something you want to show off or questions for me that you think, hey, I would really like us to walk through how to do that, let me know. See what we can work out. Because I love this group. I love teaching. I love knowing you guys. I love the encouragement that you give me and that I can give you. So let's keep it up. And we will see you all again in January 2017.